Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing the latest episode of The Bachelor Season 27. This is week 2, so let's get right into it. Okay guys, so all 20 women are now in the mansion. Zach is getting ready because his love journey is officially beginning as far as group dates, one-on-ones, and everything else that comes with it. Jesse talks to the women and they are all super excited, especially Greer because she was the one that got the first impression rose, so that really felt like validation. Brianna, on the other hand, who was the one that got America's first impression rose, is also excited, but she feels like she hasn't gotten that validation just quite yet. And Jesse says that Zach will be doing things a little bit differently and that everybody is going to go on a date this week. There will be 2 group dates and there will be one-on-one. So all of these dates, of course, will have roses up for grabs. They get the first envelope and reveal who is on the first group date. The date card says, "I'm looking for big love." So they get ready for this group date and there's a guest appearance by the singer Lado. They are going to a show and they're going to need to be presenting their bad B energy. That's what Lado said. So they begin like dancing a little bit. They all get into it. I like that everybody was having fun. Then Lado announces that there are more girls coming and they're all super confused, the girls in the group date, because who might it be? And it turns out that it's 3 popular women from the Bachelor franchise, including Tazhjuan, Courtney, and Victoria Fuller. I wasn't particularly excited to see Victoria given what has gone down in Paradise, but that's neither here or there. Anyway, all the girls get ready and they are going to individually do like a little dance tease thing for Zach. And then once they all do that, the final challenge is to tell Zach about a time when they were portraying bad bitch energy. They have to like go in front of everyone and like say it in a mic, which was probably a little scary, but I think they all did okay. And then after that, the same group, they get ready. It's later in the night and they're going to hang out a little bit. And they begin talking to Zach, having, private conversations with many of them. He talks to Catherine and the chat is good and he ends up kissing her. Brianna, America's first impression rose, talks to the ladies and says that she feels awkward because she got a rose by America. And I get it. Like, personally, I wouldn't like to be in that position either because, like, I would doubt if Zach even wanted me if I was in her shoes. So Brianna does talk to Zach and they touch on some of these insecurities, and I like seeing that he was like reassuring her in a way, and they as well kiss. And back in the mansion, they get the card for who's going to go on the one-on-one date, and that goes to Christina Mandrell. This is the interesting part. So remember how I said about those 3 women that came that were like Bachelor alumni? Well, Tazhjuan was one of the guests, and she actually wants to take the opportunity to see if she has a connection with Zach. All the other girls are like super mad that she did that, but I gotta give it up to Tazhjuan for shooting her shot and being so bold, because she knows if there is room for her or maybe not, but she like doesn't care. She's going in at it. Like I said, all the girls are mad and they go up to her and confront her, and she says that she's here for the same thing they are, and they're all like they wanted to know what her intention was, and she's actually pretty snappy, and she says that based on the group date, none of them really seemed like they would be his wife. That had me in shock for her to be so blunt about it. She was not having it with the ladies, and maybe that has a lot to do with the fact that she has tried this before and it hasn't worked out. Anyway, it was very anticlimactic because at the end, Zach ends up rejecting her. And it was a little sad to see Tazhjuan get rejected. She was very, very upset. But Zach ends up giving the rose to Catherine. The day comes for Zach's one-on-one with Christina Mandrell. I gotta say, I right from the very start of that date, I saw the chemistry between them like from a mile away. I thought whenever seeing it, I was like, oh, she'll definitely be making it far. They go on a helicopter ride, which is, I guess it's kind of common for Bachelor, right? Then they go to Zach's childhood house, and he tells her that she's going to be meeting all the family, which I thought was drastically fast. And it wasn't just the mom and dad, it was the entire family. We're talking cousins, uncles, friends, and all of that. But she actually played it really cool, and she handled it very well. She talks to cousins about Zach, and then the mom is showing her pictures of Zach when he was a baby. But here's the thing. Christina has a daughter, and she hasn't told Zach yet. She understands that it might be too much. I didn't think that it was a good thing not to say anything. I feel like that should have been said at the very beginning, because if we're honest, that is a pretty big deal. But it's later in the day, and now they're alone. And Zach seems super excited on how the day went. He was totally vibing with it. And then she tells him about her daughter, and it was a total shock to him. From what she said, it seems like the father isn't in the picture. And I do appreciate Zach's honesty for saying that he's definitely also in shock, and it's a lot to take in, and he has to really think about it because it's scary. And I'm sure she appreciates it as well, because it's not just about Zach going into this situation, but it's also about putting her daughter in that situation. So honestly though, if I'm being honest, I don't think he liked it. If he actually got to choose, I'm pretty sure he would rather not want to be with somebody who had a 5-year-old child, because it does jump the timeline by a lot. So they talk, and honestly, his talk was like a roller coaster. I didn't know where it was going, because it really did seem like he was going to send her home, because he told her, I am not ready to be a dad. But he does end up giving her the rose. Then we move along to the final date, which is another group date. He kisses almost every girl in the group date. It was crazy. And that makes me wonder if kissing loses its value if he does it with almost everybody. But there is this girl named Jess, and he does open up, and he is pretty vulnerable and talks about a health condition that he was born with or diagnosed when he was little. And then it was bound to happen. The drama's coming. Back at the mansion, this girl named Brooklyn says that she hates how everybody is talking about their experiences, who kissed him, who didn't. And she says that she's going to start getting up from those conversations and not engaging in them. But back in this group date, the date rose did go to Jess, that girl that he was really vulnerable with. But then there's also this girl named Gabby, who hasn't had a chance to talk to him at all. So when she did get the chance, it kind of felt like Zach wasn't feeling it, and because she was saying a lot, and that caused her to have a breakdown, and she cries about it. And then we skip to the final part of the episode, which is the rose ceremony. Zach is thanking everybody and for the week that they all participated in, and he also thanks Christina for meeting his family, which was actually news to everybody because she hadn't told anyone. So some people are a little taken aback by that. Brianna in particular actually has an issue with Christina. There was some sort of off-camera drama going on where allegedly they were all at a bar, and Christina said to Brianna, I hate you, just kidding. Which I don't know if that was serious, but Brianna, for her it was serious, and she actually has that conversation with Christina. Christina does apologize if she did anything to make her uncomfortable, but Brianna goes and carries the bone and goes and tells everything to Zach, which I think might not have been necessary, in my opinion. That's some petty drama. He shouldn't be involved in it. And Zach tells Brianna that she seems to have a lot of walls up, and it's really hard for them to connect. And then finally the rose ceremony begins. They call names individually, but Brianna was almost not called. She was actually the last one to be called. And then 3 women left, including Kat and Kimberly. But surprisingly, that girl Gabby, she did get a rose. And then that was the end of the episode, you guys. A lot happened in this episode. They've been giving us a lot of good content, even though it's just been 2 weeks. But I am definitely excited because I feel like it's going to be totally unexpected. There are going to be some very big plot twists. So I cannot wait. You guys in the comments though, let me know what y'all thought about this overall episode. What did you think about Tazhjuan shooting her shot? What did you think about Christina revealing that she has a baby? And just overall about what you think about these group dates and the one-on-one. Let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to be here talking about every single week very soon. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.